Hello, and welcome back to Stitzer, Wisconsin here on Farming Simulator 22. Last episode, well, between the game hang-ups and attempting to sell some crops here, we're back here again this episode to hopefully sell some more. The oats I've changed over to sell on their own, hopefully. We'll see if that works. I mean, it seems like it should. This is, I'm assuming, kind of like a factory-type setup here, so should be able to make that work. Last episode, of course, we got our auger all set up. If you remember, everyone, at least with this particular auger that I'm using, and I'm not sure which one you would use that would actually fit under here, because, I mean, most of the in-game augers, Evan, are going to, like, have, like, something like what this one has, right? I mean, they're all kind of somewhat similar in that regard. Even, yeah, I mean, even the Westfield here, it's, yeah, same type of setup of one, so actually, I wonder just, maybe something like that maybe would. But then, of course, I mean, real life, I mean, you're going to want some sort of boot on the end. Because, yeah, so you're just piling it up on the ground. So we just ended up lowering the ground here just a little bit of one. And that seems to work quite nicely there. Just enough to get that auger underneath of there. So, of course, got it hooked up with the Minneapolis Million there, running the PTO on that auger. Very nice setup here on the mod author's part, I would have to say. I like how this auger works. I mean, exactly what you expect for real life, everyone. Get your auger set up there, run the PTO to the tractor. At least for the farms that still have this type of setup yet anyway, right? Typically, probably what you'd see on most of your older, smaller farms. Also, still working on, as you folks can probably guess, still working on plowing this field here yet as well. Yep, Minneapolis still working on it. We're down to 2 hours and 39 minutes remaining. We're making progress here slowly but surely. Speaking of progress, by the way, I should probably get the hired workers going on some of the other fields here as well. Do we have anything else? Let's see what's here. Let me check our field status here on some of this stuff here. So those are all cultivated. 38 can be cultivated yet. Okay. I'm working on getting manure and stuff spread across some of these fields here as well. A reminder again, Evan, we are playing without precision farming here. And I don't know about you folks. Almost every map I've played on, I've played with precision farming. So I'm almost like not used to playing without it, right? I'm so used to playing with precision farming. So farming techniques are a little bit different here without it. One of the big things there being fertilizer. We need to fertilize twice. So you can technically, I guess, with precision farming as well. You can fertilize twice if you want to, but typically with precision farming, you can put all your fertilizer down in one pass. Okay, let's head back here. Probably get the other wagon going here a minute. And then we'll come back to the manure spreader there. Filling that up. Dry corn, we'll see once. Maybe we can sell the dry corn ourselves. There's only a couple loads there. But again, the oats, that's... Yeah, there's a lot of back and forth trips there. So I don't know about you folks. I did not feel like making like 40 trips back and forth. Oh, the Oliver doesn't like pulling this up the hill, does it? Probably should do is do like a little spreading ourselves here. I'm going to just get it down about halfway, and then it'd probably pull it a lot easier. Oliver 2655, over under hydraulic shift. Okay, let's see what's here. Let's get a course by course set up for this. Number of headlands, 3. That should all be good here. Let's just generate the course by course. Don't need to see the entire course by course either. That, yeah, we'll just leave it like that. Usually start and stop point is what I leave it on. Or sometimes, show this before too, you turn it to the blue one. That one, it shows what it is currently working. Oh, that's not, nope. That is not what we want. Did I not? Oh, yeah, first waypoint. That would help. Let's try that again. We need to start at the first waypoint. Had enough weird issues with course play on some of these fields here. I don't know why, but for example here, if I think it was field 92, obviously we had the fertilizer issues going on field 93 of it. I'm not sure what was going on there. We finally got that field fertilized here. I think it was that last, or I guess maybe 2 episodes ago now, something like that. One finally got that field fertilizer after all the trouble we had with that field. At least I think it's fully fertilized now, and I guess I never did double check that, did I? Turn this stuff off so we can actually see. Oh my goodness. Talking about turning everything off. Yeah, we don't own that corner of the field, so that's to be expected down there. Speaking of being to expected, I should see if I can like take the paint tools and just like paint that out of the field just so it's not causing us any more problems down there. But field 92, oh my goodness, got to turn everything off here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Courseplay. I mean, you remember with field 93, we like had a couple headland pass. Like Courseplay was literally missing headlands. I'm like, what in the world? Courseplay usually doesn't screw up too often when it generates courses, but then over here we got, I don't know, don't know. Actually, no, I wonder. Start stop maybe he's not set right, but it didn't miss it on the other end, so that's weird. Come on. It's right, Matt. Okay. Oh, I'm already on it. That's why. Duh. Don't mind me, Evan. Don't mind me. Yeah, let's go check our Courseplay settings here. Raise tools late, lower tools. Oh, actually, yeah, they're already set. So, and again, like I said, it didn't do it on the opposite end of this field over here. Like this end is all good. It's just right up in that bit there. I was like, nope, didn't want to fertilize that bit. I don't know. There we go. There's the tractor I was looking for. We're all full. Yes, we are. We're going to head over to the sell point here. Hopefully, it shouldn't take us too long to drive there, I figured. We could potentially set this up with auto drives. We'll see once here. I might just see once how much money we lose if we just straight sell it. Which, again, I think I showed this here already, right? If we check our factory here, oats, I have it set to selling. I don't know how long it takes to sell. I don't think it's sold anything yet that I know of, so. Speaking of selling, by the way, we have made some money on the milk off our cows. Looks like they're, maybe $60,000 a day, I'm guessing, everyone. Let's see what's here. $60,000 a day times 12 months. I'm going and looking at, where's the time save? There's the time saving stock check again. Yeah, corn stalk bales. I can make $1.2 million off of corn stalk bales. Or I can make $60,000 a day. 60,000 times 12. Not sure what the math is on that one, but I don't think it's 1.2 million. Trying to think here. 60,000 times 12. That would be, what, 720,000, right? Give or take a few cents here and there, but. So. I can make $720,000 selling milk with the cows, and I don't know if that number will go up at all. When, like I said, we're right around that 60. I think that's what I've seen the last couple times now. So 60 seems to be the number for milk. And actually, we can check it here in our menu here as well. Sold milk. Oh, yeah. Like I said, yeah, last basically 3 times. Been right around that $60,000 mark. Not quite. Where'd it go? Yeah, there we go. 59, yeah, 60, 52, 38. Those are probably when we were just starting out here, so this is probably when we had the 500 cows. I would have thought we would have had them sooner than that. I'm not sure. Anyway. Obviously, we've had some weird stuff going on with our save game, too, Evan, so I'm not sure, like earlier months, how much of those numbers are necessarily, yeah, they might be messed up. Who knows? Looks like another fertilizer plant there. Be cool if you can actually like take the equipment here and actually use it, everyone. But yeah, that unfortunately is not the way that works. But would be cool. And never know. Maybe farming sim at 25 of them, someone will have it set up like a mod like that, so you can actually go to the fertilizer plant and get your fertilizer, right? I have my doubts if the in-game like farming sim at 25 will actually support that, but you never know. Okay, almost to the sell point here. You can see it right through the trees there. Again, we had some issues with that here last. Let's see, am I going the right way? No, I'm not. right. We got to go. Actually, we got to go. Kind of, it almost looks opposite, right? We actually got to go back this way. Back this way, then we turn there, then we'll get to our sell point. So yeah, using the time-saving stock check, everyone, it does not necessarily show us the correct sell point, if you will. I don't know why that is. I don't know, maybe folks maybe have some ideas, but let's see. We are looking at 44,000 pounds, right? 44484 point say, yeah, 44,484.7 pounds. Let's see what we weigh when we get back to the scale here, everyone. So that's our weigh-in weight. For those who don't know how it maybe works when it comes to this here, you'll typically have yourself weighed when you come in, and it doesn't really matter how you're hauling it, everyone. You'll weigh when you come in, and you'll weigh again when you leave. So obviously, then that's just your weigh in minus your weigh out, and that's how much you had. Oh, it's unload. Oh, it's unload the back one. Okay. I forget. Can I unload both at the same time? Yes, I can. Awesome. Cool. I always forget sometimes if some of the stuff is supported or not when it comes to trying to do, unloading twice. Like, I think I'd like to say, is it with the trailers, Evan, you can only unload one at a time, I think? I think that's what I'm thinking of. I could be wrong, but I think there's one you can only unload one at a time when realistically you should be able to unload two. I guess it all depends in this case if this pit is large enough to actually take that quick or not. Obviously, when it comes to gravity wagons, Evan, like, you can unload a gravity wagon pretty quick. You can crank that door open and they will move some grain. I mean, for that matter, trailers will too, of course, right? You crank them doors all the way open. You can unload a lot of grain real quick. Okay, we'll head to the scale, weigh ourselves out here. I don't know if is there two scales? Sometimes places will have two scales. I don't know if this particular setup here on this map does or not, but you'll have an inbound scale and an outbound scale here. Hey, we're down to 17,000, so from 44,000 down to 17,000. Wow, that's a pretty good difference there. I don't feel like doing the math, so whatever the math is on that. Sure. Looks like we made a little bit of money there, $34,000. Actually, I forgot to check how much we had before we started, so, whatever. We made money. Money's going up, right? I mean, with that amount of money, we can go buy ourselves a couple more tractors here with the equipment we're running here at the moment. I think we're probably pretty good on tractors here right now. When we picked up, obviously, a John Deere 6030 and a John Deere 5020 here a couple episodes back, so we should be sitting okay with tractors here. The 6030 at least is a little bit larger tractor there. I think it's not quite 200. I think it's 180 horsepower or something like that on a John Deere 6030. I don't remember what a 5020 has. I think is that right around the 150 horsepower there. So, again, probably not large enough to run some of our bigger pieces of equipment, but it's large enough we can run most of our stuff with. It's probably not going to want to run like some of the slurry spreader stuff like that, but it'll probably run it. Just maybe going uphill might be a bit of a chore for our equipment. And see our farm in the background there. And just a reminder, while we're heading over to the farmyard here, if you haven't already clicked the subscribe button, don't forget to do so. Always very much appreciated. And if you like the video, well, click that little thumbs up icon there. Also, don't forget to turn on your notifications as well. Get notified of the next latest, greatest episode going live here on Stitzer, Wisconsin. And, of course, speaking of which, Evan, we are getting closer and closer to Farming Simulator 25. Who's getting excited? Anyone else getting excited yet here? Like I said, Farming Simulator 25 right around the corner again is, not doing the math in my head, 15 days left, about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Or is it 3 weeks? Maybe it's 3 weeks. Nah, I think we're down to like 2.5 weeks now, something like that. So, yeah. We're getting close, Evan. We are getting close. We'll have to see what kind of great things Giants has done here with Farming Simulator 25. Or, maybe some not-so-great things. You never know. Maybe the game will be crash-tastic like Farming Simulator 22 was. For those of you who remember, Farming Simulator 22 was not what I would call a real winner for being released. It's Farming Simulator 22 is a little rough, if you ask me. Hopefully, Giants doesn't repeat that performance, because, come on now, Giants. Okay, I won't bore you folks with taking another load down there. Maybe off camera, I might sell some more, or we'll just switch it to sell as well, because, again, I'm kind of curious, one, if it'll work, and if it does. Since when I was on this screen? Whatever. But, yes, see how much price difference there is here, because we should, according to time-saving stock check, which, unfortunately, I don't know if I can actually trust this anymore, because it's not actually giving us the proper sell point here. So I don't know what to do about that. It's not... Yeah, according to this, Evan, it's all grain bin Stitzers on here. It's not actually showing our proper sell point. So other than maybe showing what we have in storage, Evan, it's kind of useless, right? We almost have to go back to this one and actually check and see once here. Like, okay. And yeah, there are some different prices here. I'm not sure kind of why that's... yeah, don't know. I'm not entirely sure, so whatever. Pioneer, no, I'm looking for the regular. Where's the regular corn here? Actually, technically, I say regular corn. It's actually under the dry corn here, isn't it? So it does look like, at the very least, Evan, what's shown at the grain bin Stitzer is pretty much what's at Feed and Grain South as well. I could be wrong, but I think that is the only sell point on this map here, is Feed and Grain South, which kind of nice. I'm just, one sell point. Let's see, show price fluctuation. Yeah, we definitely have some price fluctuations going on according to this. We should be at about the highest right now. It looks like July is actually pretty good too for dry corn. Interesting. Okay, just shut that off here for now. And if I'm not mistaken, looks like this field here needs to be cultivated yet. Yes, it does. Let's get the cultivator over here. We'll get started on that. Slurry spreader's going on this field here. Doesn't have a whole lot left from the looks of it. He should be done with that pretty quick. Once we're done plowing over on this field, by the way, we need to get some lime on it as well. And then once we are to the planting month, we'll get that field replanted. Like I said, again, I'm debating should we go back to grass, or maybe we'll try clover. We might do clover. Everyone just try it. Reminder again, by the way, I was pulling this Coley mulcher here with the John Deere 6030 of them, but for some reason the 6030 didn't want to turn with course play, so I ended up switching it with a 4840 here, and yeah. Could try it with a 5020. I don't know, what do you think? 5020 be able to pull this? Maybe a good workout for it, but... Let's see. This field is done, right? Yes, looks like that field's done. And it's kind of hard to tell one because the cultivated texture and the plowed texture, like the actual texture itself, I don't know if it is identical, but it's very, very close. It might actually even be identical. Evan, just you got a little bit different terrain look, so you almost got to look for the... Okay, the plowed's obviously going to be a little bit rougher versus a little bit smoother on the cultivated texture. Oh. What about a drive here to get up to this field? Don't realize how far apart our farmyard is here. Of course, again, Evan, too, one of the things here, we are playing with older, smaller equipment, right? And one of the things with older equipment, the top speed on a lot of the older equipment, maybe 15, 20 miles an hour at most. Which, that was pretty fast for back then, right? Going 20 mile an hour with a tractor? Wow, that was moving. Nowadays, a lot of times your tractors are going, 30, sometimes maybe even pushing 35 mile an hour a lot of times. So, Just, again, it's always fun kind of to look at this, having to see what's how farm equipment has changed over the years, right? I mean, for one thing, it's gotten bigger. Equipment has definitely changed. And then, yeah, again, top speed equipment's gotten faster. Big reason there being farms are spread apart more. It used to be back in the day, I'm just kind of thinking of like my grandpa's farm, Evan. Drive out of the barn, drive behind the barn, and there you go. There you're at your field, right? You're not going down the road 5 miles to farm some other field. And, again, speaking of farm equipment changes, Evan, this tool right here, you don't see these anymore, that's for sure. It might see some older farmers still using them yet, Evan, but again, culling mulchers, kind of a relic tool of the past. I don't know if they even make new ones of these anymore. Anyway, let's head over to the comment section in a moment. See what you folks had to say here for our last episode. Again, reminder, always enjoy reading all your comments. So if you got something to say, throw it down below. Always appreciated. Starting off with Christopher. Christopher was saying, a good video, keep it up. Hey, thank you very much for that. Willard was saying the same thing. Good video. Thank you very much for that as well. RC Win was saying, maybe sell the extra cows before you skip the night. Great video. Hey, thank you very much. Oh, that's right. You say extra cows. I completely forgot about that. We've got more cows down here. Actually, is it just one or... Ah, that's right. There's two of them. We actually completely forgot about those cows, Owen. Yeah, we got 2 more barns that have cows in them yet. I thought I had sold all the cows, Owen, but then, yeah, apparently not. 30 cows here, 30 cows there, 30 cows there, 30 more cows. Like, oh my goodness. Here a cow, there a cow, everywhere a cow. RC Win was saying, we're actually starting out that next one here. Daniel was saying, watch the farm sim guy. He got to play a demo, and he shows the GPS in detail. Looks pretty cool. Maybe see if I can check that out. That's the one thing I have not seen a whole lot of great detail on the GPS here for Farming Simulator 25. I've seen some, and I know I have seen some videos on it as well. I don't know if I've seen Farm Sim guys or not. It's very well possible I have. Just don't recall which ones I've seen here again. Just the ones I have seen, I'm like, I don't know. I'm not sold on Farming Simulator 25's GPS yet, so... Now, mind you, for console players watching, probably a much better upgrade for you. Obviously, there has not been any sort of GPS for Farming Simulator 22 or any of the previous versions for the console. And at least in my opinion, that's just one of those mods that is just like, it's a staple. It's like a critical game feature, if you ask me. Of course, it's provided by a mod, but still, it's a critical game feature, in my opinion. Although, with that being said, on a map like this, Evan, debatable how useful GPS is on some of our fields. We obviously have used it. Just some of our fields don't lend themselves particularly well to GPS. Looking at the shape of the current field we're on here, it's like, yeah. Or, 79 there. Oh, boy, that's a fun one there. 78, you could definitely make this work with GPS. Set it long ways. Probably want to record like an AB line or something like that. Or just pick an angle. Anyway, next comment here from Bud. Bud was saying, Pioneer corn turns into dry corn once it's put in the bin and activated. Hey, thank you very much for that. I was kind of wondering that. I was a little confused at first. I figured that's what was happening, everyone, but like, wait a minute, where did our Pioneer corn go? Oh, it's turning into dry corn, I assume. So, yep. He also says, I put the premium expansion on my computer, and it does not affect my game. Are your drivers up to date? Well, good to know. There goes my theory. That's been my theory here the last couple episodes. Maybe the premium DLC was causing us some issues here, but again, I did deactivate it. It's actually been deactivated on the mod list for like a long time, and I've had that deactivated for a while. But then I also went and deactivated it from the game as well. So I think... Actually, I guess I'd have to go check the mod list, see if it's still there. It shouldn't be there, but the crops still are, so I don't know. And yes, my drivers are up to date. That's actually one of the things I did check. I'm like, wonder if my graphics drivers are up to date. Wouldn't think that would be a problem, but you never know. But they are. Fortunately or unfortunately. Hatcho was saying, good video and love the Gleaner. Speaking of the Gleaner combine there. Gleaner's all put away here for the winter. Probably won't be seeing that combine again for a couple more episodes here. We got some planting and field work that needs to be done before we get that back out here again. And actually, you never know. By the time we get to the next harvest, we might be getting close to Farming Simulator 25 then. Because, figure maybe another week's worth of work here. So, planting and getting everything ready here. Fertilizing, spraying, all that good stuff, everyone. And then the following week, we'll probably be back to harvesting again. So, it's kind of how it tends to go, right? Round and around the field we go. So much fun. Pretty much exactly what farmers do in real life, Evan. Rinse, lather, and repeat. Except they repeat yearly rather than, in the game, Evan, we can repeat. It depends how long it takes us and how big a farm. Maybe, every week, every 2 weeks, every couple days. We essentially turn over a year. This field has manure on it, by the way. That's why you see the light shining on it. Ooh, actually missed a spot in the cultivator there. I say cultivator, cully mulcher, technically. Too much of an angle there. Didn't like that spot, huh? Well, on that note, I think with that, we're going to wrap it up here for today's episode. You folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And with that, thanks for watching, and till next time.